EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith. That is caught. He finds Walker. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9. The tight end Fant in motion. Play action now. It's Geno. Sending it downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
Ever since he was drafted in the 4th round, all this guy has done is continued to surpass all expectations. And Mike, this isn't some physical specimen like we see throughout the league who has all these unique physical attributes, but he is about as consistent and even keel as the quarterback position gets. And it doesn't hurt that he is a beloved figure in every locker room he finds himself in. They know that this guy behind center, they have a shot to win every single game he plays.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to...
It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Cousins gonna throw. And he'll take it on in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. We are through 1. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Second and 7. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Caden Ellis in on that stop. Third down, 3 to go. He'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, Smith. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A first down throw for Smith. That is brought in. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you You can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Cousins. He'll get this to Pitts once more. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far,
nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Cousins. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got...
This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Gino to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. Let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Smith. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. For the Falcons in the first half, they were led by their quarterback, the veteran Kirk Cousins. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. These 2 teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Cousins now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Atlanta.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, Cousins. Open man downfield, that's London. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now Cousins on the bootleg. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the outside. Catch made by London.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Throwing now, Cousins. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. This one taken in by Chenault. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And the Falcons are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air. And with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. another run here for Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. And here's Bijan. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. On the give, it's Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to try it here again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout In the second half, no points allowed, and they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long.